guys, you can see by the title, you're probably wondering why she's smiling if she didn't graduate. But yes, I did. Ever since I was little, I never liked school. I was not a school person. I always needed extra help with everything. I always just passed everything. I wasn't a school person. I didn't like waking up early. I didn't like seeing people there. I didn't like the teachers. I just wasn't a school person. And when I got left back when I was in 2nd grade, because I used to live in the school, in the area where the school district wasn't all that good. The school district, it wasn't all that good. So my mom wanted to move out of there, and at the time that's when my parents got separated, so we had to move to a different town. And the town that I moved to, they're more better. They have a better and higher education process, I guess. I don't know. I'm not good in school, so yeah, they have a better system with their education. So they told my mom that if I go to the next grade, then I will struggle because of where I came from, the school, the other district that I came from. So my mom was like, okay, so I don't want that to happen, so just keep her back in the 2nd grade. So that's already why I was originally supposed to graduate when I was 19 years old. So ever since then, I never liked school. I always struggled, especially with this school district. They're on you all the time, and they want you to pass, and I just wasn't like that. So when I was in middle school, I was okay. I wasn't going to summer school, whatever. So I was okay in in middle school. But when I was about to go to the high school, that's when I started slacking and wasn't doing as well. And it also me hanging out with the wrong crowd also played a part in why I've been slacking too. So when I went into the 9th grade, I was the 8th grade going to the 9th grade, I had to go to summer school because I failed 2 classes or something like that. So I had to go into summer school. So then once 9th grade came, that's when everything went downhill. In 9th grade, I failed 3 classes, so I had to go to summer school for those 3 classes. Well, 2 classes, because we couldn't take 3 in summer school. So I had to take those 2 classes in summer school. I forgot which classes it was though. 10th grade, the same thing. I had to take 2 classes because I don't know. It's just with me, with school, it just doesn't click in my brain. It just doesn't click. The only thing I think I was passing was science or something like that. I never had to go to summer school for science. But no, actually, no, yeah, I never had to go to summer school for science, but I had to take it again in 11th grade because that was one of the class that I failed in 9th grade that I couldn't take in summer school. So around 11th grade, that's when I took my science class, and then I had to take a lot of regions. I live in New York, so New York has you have to pass 4 regions to graduate in all your classes, whatever. Have 22 credits or something like that. So that's when things started going downhill because I wasn't passing my regions. I think I passed 1 in my 10th grade year, and then I passed 2 in my 11th grade year. No, maybe I passed 2 10th grade year and then 2, or it was 1 or 3, something like that. I passed something, and no, it was 1 and then 2. Yeah, 1 in 10th grade, 2 in 11th grade. So I forgot my point here. So you need those regions to pass. I passed the 1 in sophomore year, the 2 in junior year. So I didn't go to summer school the junior year. That was like the first time I ever didn't, like, I haven't had to go to summer school. So then my senior year comes and I had 2 more regions to pass. I had to pass my global regions and I forgot. It was English. I mean, it was global and something else I had to pass by senior year. So what we do in like New York, if you don't live in New York, like you could take your regions in January and in June. So I took both of the regions in in January, and I only passed 1. So then when June came, I took the global regions, and I thought I passed, but I didn't pass. And when they told me that I didn't pass it, they told me it was the day of our like graduation rehearsal that I didn't pass. And like I was like so mad. Like I started crying because it was just like I was calling the school over and over, calling them like every day that week, seeing if they got my score, and they said they never had it or whatever. And then they decided to tell me the day of that I didn't pass. And I think that was the reason why I was more mad. Like I was more mad at the fact that they told me the day of graduation than the fact that I actually failed. Because like it was like embarrassing. Like I was walking to the school to get my cap and gown and stuff, and then my mom called me and she was like, "Tyler, you didn't pass." And I was just like crying. Like I walked out to school and everything. So the next day, like everybody went to graduation and stuff. So then like I was talking to one of my friends. She was going through the same thing. Like she didn't pass her region, so she couldn't like walk either. This happened to like maybe 2 or 3 of my friends or whatever. The same thing. Like they only had to pass like 1 regions, and they didn't let them walk or anything. So I was like talking to my guidance counselor, and she was like, well, you could keep trying to take the global regions until you pass, or you could take like another regions to like substitute it. So I was just like, okay, whatever. Like honestly, at that time I really didn't want to hear none of that. Like I was just so disappointed like in myself, and well, just mainly myself, but I was just mad that they told me like the day of my graduation rehearsal that I didn't pass it. And it's like I failed it by like a point, like maybe like 1 or 2 points, to the point where I could like get an appeal for it. So like you're able to get an appeal if you get in between a 60. It's either like a 60 and a 64 or a 61 and a 64. And I got like a 58. So I was like 2-3 points off. And like I was really mad about that too. I was like, are you serious? Like y'all couldn't really find a point to give me so I can get an appeal? Like you guys don't understand how frustrating it is unless you live in New York and it happened to you. Like you don't understand. Like you can't graduate on time because of regions. Like that thing it's the most disturbing thing ever. Like you don't understand like how bad like I wanted to cry. And well, I did cry, but I just felt dumb, and it's like I didn't even want to take the global regions anymore. Like I was really just gonna like drop out. But like people were telling me, it was like, don't do it, just keep doing this, keep like trying to take it over and over until you pass it. And like I was really getting tired of it. So after like I talked to my guidance counselor about it and stuff, they was trying to offer me to take like summer classes or something like that, but I didn't want to because like again, like I felt embarrassed. I didn't want to go to school. So I was like studying a little bit like over the summer because I had to take it again in August. And I didn't take my guidance counselor advice as to taking like another Regents to substitute, so I just took the global one again. So failed that one again. It was like the same point. Like I had like a 59 or something that time. So then I was just like, oh my gosh. So then like I was talking to my guidance counselor again, and she was like, oh, well, you can go to PM school you could take the living environment one because you already took that one and you only failed by a point. Because the living environment Regents, I got a 64. So she was like, you could take that one, and if you fail again, that won't really matter because you can get an appeal for it. So I was like, okay. So I said, I wish you would have told me that before. Like, you didn't say that if I take the living environment one, I could get an appeal for it, because I would have done that in school, like when I was in school. So I just did that. Like I took the global one again, and I took the living environment, I think. Or did I just take the living environment? I'm not sure. I think I just took the living environment because I didn't want to take the global one again. Like I kept failing it and whatever. So I was going to PM school. I only went for like 4 weeks or something, because it was every Monday and Wednesday. When the time came, I took the test. I went in and took the test. At the time, my friend was in the same class too, like taking the same test. And then she texted me like maybe 1 or 2 weeks later, and she was like, oh, I passed my test. Did you? I was like, I don't know. Like, they didn't call me or anything. So like I'm panicking, like, did I not pass my test because they didn't call me? And she was like, no, I called my guidance counselor to see. So I was like, okay, let me call her. So I think I emailed her instead, and I was like, oh, hey, I was wondering if I passed my test. And she was like, you didn't pass it, but you can get an appeal because you got like a 64 in it again. So I was like, what? And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm like, I didn't even pass it, but I'm still graduating because I can get an appeal on it. Like, I was just so happy. And like, I told my mom, I was like, guess what? She was like, what? I was like, I passed. And then she just started like, cheering and stuff. I told my dad. I told all my my best friends that I knew that I didn't graduate. They was just all happy for me. So then my mom was like, so do you want to walk? And I was like, I don't know, because like I was supposed to graduate last year, not this year. Like, I'm not a 2019 graduate. I'm a 2018 graduate. And she was like, so what? Like, you still didn't get that experience, so why don't you just do it? So I was just like, maybe I would just do it just to like get the experience and stuff. But I'm considered a January 1920 graduate, and yeah. And I know like some people's wondering why they didn't see me at graduation and stuff like that, but that's the reason why, because I didn't pass a Regents. So yeah, that's my story, and mainly this is for me and for other people that's going through the same thing, because my other friend currently at this time, she's going through the same thing. Like she's not she's still like going to extra help and stuff, trying to pass this test, and it's the living environment. She's trying to pass the living environment so she can graduate too, and I'm still rooting her on. So I'm not gonna say no names, because I don't think she wants me to say a name, but yeah. But yeah. Thanks for watching my video, and like, comment, and subscribe, and comment if you want to, like, I don't know, hear more story time videos about my life. But I'm just so happy that I got my diploma. Took me long enough, right?